Today we're talking about Dihada, Binder of Wills in Oathbreaker, and what kind of a deck she might make, what kind of signature spell might be best for her. As always, if you like Oathbreaker content, hit like and subscribe, that helps out my channel a lot. Dihada costs 1 red, white, black for a total of 4 mana, and starts at 5 loyalty. +1, up to 1 target legendary creature gains Vigilance, Lifelink, and Indestructible until your next turn. -3, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put any number of legendary cards from among them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Create a treasure token for each card put into your graveyard this way. -11, gain control of all non-land permanents until end of turn. Untap them, they gain haste until end of turn. Yeah, this seems really cool, and we don't have many Mardu options. Actually, I don't know if we have any Mardu options aside from this. Dihada can also be your commander, and while this doesn't matter much for this video, because this is an Oathbreaker video, I think it's really cool that you could build a commander deck and trim it down to an Oathbreaker deck as needed. That's a fun way to get into the format without building a whole new, just devoted to Oathbreaker deck. It's less of a commitment if you don't know if you're going to play a lot of Oathbreaker. So, Dihada could go in a few different directions. Obviously, Legendary Tribal would be a good one. Search for Glory can search up a legendary card and put it into your hand. Urza's Ruinous Blast exiles all non-land permanents that aren't legendary. Unfortunately, that doesn't take out their Oathbreakers, but still. Or we could pick a signature spell that works with all the cards we'll be dumping into the graveyard with the -3. Reconstructed History for 4 mana, return up to 1 target artifact, up to 1 target enchantment, up to 1 target instant, up to 1 target sorcery, and up to 1 target planeswalker card from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah, that's potentially a lot of value there. We could even purposely not run any legendary permanents, so we're always dumping cards into the graveyard for maximum value, and that would work well with a reanimation strategy too. Yawgmoth's Vile Offering kills something and reanimates something, a nice 2-for-1. Classic Reanimate reanimates a creature for just 1 mana, and a ton of your life. Rally the Ancestors brings back a bunch of little creatures from your graveyard, just for the turn. Indomitable Creativity would be a cool build too. It turns 1 or more of our treasures into other artifacts or creatures from our deck. Dihada also gives us the opportunity to run a huge signature spell like 7 mana, maybe 8, but probably 7. If we build our deck with that in mind, we can make sure we get 3 treasures when we minus her. This would allow us to cast something huge like Ruinous Ultimatum, which destroys all non-land permanents your opponents control. Not bad for turn 5. Breach the Multiverse is sweet too. Each player mills 10 cards. For each player, choose a creature or planeswalker card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards onto the battlefield under your control. Alright, what else could we do? We could blow up pretty much all the permanents except for planeswalkers, and then count on Dihada to make treasures to keep us in the game. You're probably not going to make any friends that way though. So what do you think about building a commander deck and then whittling it down to 60 cards for Oathbreaker? Was that something you would do? Just this weekend, I played against someone who did that. It only took him about 10 minutes, even though he'd never done it or thought about doing it before. He was still able to do it really fast. Seems like a really good way to get into the format. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.